Okay, I want to show a couple of ways to turn in this case, a Eurorack modular synthesizer into a tremolo effect for a Rhodes piano. So I'm going to start off with a basic mono patch, and I'll talk about waveforms. I'll show how to tempo sync this effect to a DAW. And then I'll show a stereo patch. So starting off, I have my Rhodes going into this input. I want to take that signal and control its volume with this VCA. And I want to take that final signal and output it to the left and right speakers. So next I need a control voltage to automatically turn the volume up and down, which is what a tremolo effect is. So I want to start off with a triangle wave from this oscillator set to LFO mode. So as you can see, it's affecting the VCA. So let's take a listen to what that sounds like. So I can control the speed of the effect with the frequency knob. And of course, all these other waves are available. So let's check out the sine wave. And in actuality, it sounds pretty similar to the triangle wave, but once we get to the sawtooth and the square waves, you'll be able to hear an audible difference. However, with these two waves, there's a hard edge that we'll have to filter off. We'll start off with the sawtooth wave and put it through the filter. And take that filtered signal, or in this case control voltage, and put that into our VCA. So with the filter entirely opened, you could still hear the clicks. But as I close the filter, you could hear them disappear. And even though I've filtered the shape of the waveform, you could still hear the characteristic of it, which is more pronounced with a square wave. And I can make it smoother by filtering it down all the way. So next I've prepared some MIDI notes, eighth notes, in relation to the tempo of my DAW. And I'm going to send those notes through this MIDI cable into my MIDI-to-CV converter. So now you might be able to see this LED flashing on and off. So instead of the square wave, I'm going to use the pulse coming out of my converter module to control the volume. So that is a tempo synced tremolo sound. So lastly, I want to show you how to make a stereo tremolo effect. So I'm going to take this signal from my Rhodes and multiply it. I'm going to copy it and insert it into each channel of my VCA. So now I could have two independently controlled effects going to each speaker. So for my left channel, I'm going to use this LFO, and for my right channel, I'm going to use this LFO. And I could change the speeds independently. Let's hear what that sounds like. And by changing the speeds of the two LFOs, I can create different rhythmic patterns. By controlling the amount of the original signal that I let through on the VCA, I could basically control the depth of the effect. So the less I let through, the deeper the effect. And the more I let through, the less deep it'll feel.